What do you think?
See that strong left-hand grip.
Yeah, I'm with you, Billy, especially as good as what these fairways are. Anything short and left, this whole location is no picnic now for Berger. The ball's above the feet, and the green pitches from his right to left, so here's this lob wedge laid wide open. And that one's caught real clean.
With the driver.
That's going to catch the right-hand rough, but
Berger's fourth now.
And this is a pretty easy par 5, this hole right now.
Instructions from Teddy, and he's ready to pull the trigger.
And that's in the same bunker.
Bunker shots and really fortunate at the flagstick. Now Bubba has got a beautiful lie on the upslope. Shouldn't be too much bother here. He took the very aggressive route there. I'm surprised he tried to fly it that far.
Thanks, Zach. Okay.
Sitting up okay.
Or the easiest par 5, BK. Interesting development, yeah. Will McGirt had to borrow a ball marker from Ted Scott. Now Bubba with a little left to right sweeper for the par save.
Yeah,
And
Mark
he's
on
See all these
the
guys struggling.
ball looks like it's sitting up pretty well. Might have gotten a bit of a flyer. It's so hard to hold these greens. Mark, that's a pretty good effort from there. At least he left it below the hole long enough. He doesn't need driver here. And with the 3-wood. Swinging beautifully on the driving range. And that is excellent. Confident stroke.
Just the second par of the day.
And a really good angle for Gary Woodland, just 159. Oh, that's an unforced error from that distance for the long hitter.
He did draw a good lie, but he's got to hoist this one up pretty quickly and land it on a downslope. He's got the speed to pull it off, though.
Yeah, that's not a bad effort. I mean, that was tough. Coming
Earlier
from
this
that
year
angle, had to.
At the Wyndham Championship.
Beautifully balanced golf swing there from the young South Korean. Down the right side, not quite as good an angle as Matsuyama, but that'll be fine.
This one left to right, and not as fast as you would think, because it's into the grain, but that for Woodland will be a nut.
For this front hole location. Always interesting, he just almost lets that club really settle and explode through the golf ball. And landed that just in the right spot, kicks up it left.
Edge of the hole and let gravity do the business.
Finally.
Hey!
We have a birdie on the first, and it came from Hideki Matsuyama.
Much fill play, and this from the right-hand rough at 10, which is now number 1.
And that may well run off the back in that chipping
Clean,
area. No
speaking of
managers. Just
difficult. This third shot for Mickelson, I would say the first third of the putt is kind of level, but then once it crests off the shoulder, that's about a third of the way there, it's turning downhill and gets very quick.
A lot of players from this area have hit it well beyond the cup.
you can see it
This
really
is
picking up
promising
speed.
looking here.
Are you kidding me?
Beauty.
You just wonder how quick the arm was up in the air when he knew it was going in.
Oh, Mark Immelman, that was just sensational. Let's
A lot of highlights for Emiliano Grillo. Tee shot for him. Opening hole.
number 9th in the FedEx Cup,
From
the young
United
Argentinian.
States, winner of the 2016 PGA Championship, Jimmy Walker.
That's a nice intro, Billy. PGA champion.
Indeed it is. He's going to have to drive the ball better. I think that's been the struggle for Jimmy. He's always good with the putter. He's always good around the greens. This is where I think he needs to kind of clean it up a little bit. The accuracy. Look at that, 185th on tour in driving accuracy. And he's long. I mean, he averages over 300, but
Yeah.
again, a missed fairway.
Yeah.
Ball is
And
wrong.
it's 4 yards
But,
off.
Obviously, this man right here, Jimmy Walker, the champion.
Yeah, not able to get any kind of spin on that one.
Only imagine how cool that is. Now the third for Walker.
Oh, fluffy little lie. Got it just a tad heavy. Quite
On this golf
have the
course.
line.
That one peeling
Rush
off
to the right.
second in this putting stroke.
It was always going to be a difficult putt. A lot. The trick's going to be controlling the spin from here. Half a club short.
Upsloping lie. Lots of green to work with. Jordan Spieth over it. I'm kind of liking the chances here. Caught that a little heavy and didn't manage to get any spin on it. That's really surprising from a decent lie in the first cut
Casey
for
with a
Spieth.
3-wood.
Trying to stay short of the group of bunkers down the left side. And manages to hit the fairway.
Came out way before the tee time and worked very hard in this length of putt, and especially down the hill and left to right.
Winner at the Deutsche
So
Bank
he-
this year, Rory McIlroy, going with driver.
Ooh, when you see that move right there, you pretty much, oh my
Oh, my,
goodness.
that's mashed.
Did that go
Number one by
deep?
13 yards.
Should be a green light special here for McIlroy.
Wedge in hand. Really not trying to do too much with it.
Trying to get it to spin back. Oh, it misses that slope, unfortunately. Surprised. I thought he'd get more spin on that,
I
Billy.
thought that may
the first.
come back just.
When he walked up to the green, Bill, he actually just stood on the front of the green and kind of looked up the hill at the line of this. So interesting way of reading it.
Looked good for a long time. Wasn't for lack of pace.
McIlroy, this was Paul Casey with his bunker shot. Clean line in the bunker. Maybe just a little bit on the upslope, it looks like. And just drips it out of the bunker, Jay. That's the first player we've seen come up short.
Yeah, I think
Very nice.
that's a good confidence builder for Paul Casey.
Rory for par. And how about that? I mean,
Quick move of the head there, Billy.
15 feet above the hole. You walk away with 5. Paul Casey, right hand. I'm sorry.
Pummeled it.
I'm sorry. Where did that one go?
And from Australia, winner of the 2016 Players' Championship, Jason Day.
Two Aussies playing together, as they will be in a little while at the World Cup of Golf in Melbourne.
And I think this is a good club choice for Jason Day. This hole, I think, with the trouble left, and he's got a two-way miss through the first three parts of the playoff, and going with 3-wood, I think this is good. I mean, you look at the driving accuracy, 183rd, and it just over half. You hit half the fairways here at Eastlake, you're going to be tired at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's had some issues with that driver. Cracked the head earlier this year, and just
all the lines, all the angles, perfect.
it's funny, Billy. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
You see him just try to take a little bit off
Anyone
that.
out. Here's Day at the first. Moment ago. Now the
Maybe.
other direction. This live, Adam Scott.
Slow down.
Just massage this one down the hill.
Slow down.
Incredible there, guys. It's so incredible as the afternoon.
Number one in FedEx Cup points, Dustin Johnson.
That one peeling just a little bit late. Walk 18 holes.
He looks good.
He does look good. Very calm looking swing right there. So both players
A for par.
missed the fairway.
That beautiful dead-handed approach, putting back up the slope now from right to left for
Decision
Jason.
made. And by his commentary, gnarly lie. Dustin, left fairway bunker. Boy, you've got to be so strong to elevate it that quickly and cover that much yardage. That is the shot of the first hole, right there.
Now Patrick Reed, all business here, up the hill, right to left.
It would only make sense that everything would go that way, but it doesn't. How about that birdie?
Pretty
Catch a
comfortable
little start.
wind, and when you don't drive in the fairway, it's almost impossible to hit greens.
Uh-oh. It doesn't usually come all the way back into the water from there.
Right there, not a lot of grass between the club face and ball. It's really not going to do much to my shot. And if I'm looking over there, I need to reevaluate my focus.
Pro Tracer showing us that that one was going left, and
That area right there, coming off that slope.
he is aiming at the fringe.
Yeah, this slope right there is going to send it left.
And it wasn't enough. That almost had to go into the fringe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was going to have to take it into that fringe.
Yep.
You just don't know how much inward pressure the young man's putting on himself. Good putt there. Added information that they possibly can, with that wind direction. Yeah, that's got to get down. That's got to get down quick.
More ways than the obvious. Yo, got to be joking.
He's going to blame McGirt's caddy. That's your
Velocity.
fault. As we see Daniel Berger with the shot link data, they know where these guys are going to land the ball.
A very unorthodox swing, but he can crush it when he gets a hold of it.
Out to the right. Whoa, whoa.
Oh,
That will be a challenging.
Little blistery out here right now. 138, plays 5 down. Little cut-off wedge for Gary Woodland.
Oh, and that might have gone all the way down.
Forgo
Mark.
the
It did.
equipment dollars.
Use whatever gear he wants. This is a long third now by Eastlake standards, 124.
yeah, and this flag today just over that front bunker. Just 12 steps on from the front. Oh, he dialed that one in beautifully. Well
Portion
done.
of the green.
Yeah, got
If anything, wind just slightly in and off his left. It's driven down through the breeze, just right of the flag, this one.
now
Fooled
Bubba.
him.
If he catches the slope in the wrong spot, he could do something. It's not like he hit that fat.
Goodness, his feet were dancing all around that.
Green now, Daniel Berger for his birdie. He blew his tee shot way out to the right, but escapes nicely. Just before that, it was Siwoo Kim.
Yeah, you've got to play it out a lot more to the
Comebacker
right
when you
there.
hit it up on that back shelf.
Nothing really doing here, though, straight back up the slope.
They
but
get here at 18. Bubba's third.
Expected a little
breeze,
more
which is now into
spin.
and off his right-hand side. He too has pitching wedge just back in the stance. Driving that one in a little low on a very aggressive line, just right of the flag.
As the players have thought so far today. That's a good read. Just
like
got
pace,
to
yeah.
hit it.
Yeah.
Mickelson after the birdie at the first. This for birdie at 15.
He just needs us to watch him.
He made a 270, and he's got the. Is that the driver? No, that's a fairway wood.
Yeah, I think that's a 3-wood. Going to give it a rip, though.
Big old 3-wood. And it's plenty.
At 18.
Oh. Looking a little anxiously out to the right.
Well, that thing was launched. I mean, totally launched.
That's perfect.
Yeah, right in that little step cut.
He was on a flat lie. There's a green light special. Looking to the right.
It's all about pace. All about the pace.
That's a
From
good
that
play.
Yeah, from that distance, you really can't pick.
He spent a lot of time on this hole in the Tuesday afternoon practice round. Jane hitting from multiple tees. He spent some time over here hitting to different hole locations. So he's got this one dialed in. It's pretty sporty looking there if it's the right distance.
Two lovely shots.
Very nice. And Siwoo Kim.
That's a good leave for Siwoo, just in that little chipping area that they've created. Bermuda grass.
Hello.
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 The eagle has landed.
Siwoo Kim. An eagle.
Ask and you shall receive.
My
Made it
goodness.
even far.
Does he look at the hole or does he look at the golf ball?
The ball this time.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kind of plays it by ear. Sees kind of how
Billy,
he
the
feels.
signal I'm getting is 9-iron, and if so, he's going to have to take a bunch off this one. Downhill, slightly into the breeze, 138. Oh, just a beautiful feathered, low-flighted ball left the flag.
Very nicely done. Just coming off of 3 birdies on this back 9, so
He's got a pitching wedge in the hand. He can really lean the shaft and it can flight them down. So I think ample club for Casey. This one starts out right of the flag, fading further right.
well,
Jason
No.
Day's playing nicely. I was wondering how he was going to hold up, and seems to be okay. Now Paul Casey for birdie.
yeah, that's way too hard for that line.
So he plays well at East Lake. It's a good golf course for him.
And another birdie, so that's 4 birdies in a row. 12, 13, 14 and 15 for the Northern Irishman. Pretty much straight up the hill here for Casey.
Shouldn't be much in it.
That was a good stroke.
All right. Mickelson at the 18th. Today, Mark.
He's got pitching wedge, Bill, and it is beautiful out right now. The wind is laid down, so ample club for Jason Day. Actually took a little off there. One hoisted high into the left side of the flag.
Too much club, Mark.
Well, it'll beautiful iron shot back at the first. See if he takes a little off this.
He hoisted that a mile into the air, Bill, on a very aggressive line.
Lovely.
Ooh, that is a
64.
very good.
This doesn't look like the 64, I don't think.
See, he tried to hook it up against that
Yeah, I'm
brow,
liking
and,
his
and it's
chances
still
too.
got enough information from the putt from Ryan Moore right there.
Dead center.
Yes.
Well, he's got to just needed to be further out.
Now we'll go to Jason Day at 15 and look where he is aiming this.
Well, he's got to just needed to be further out. It's almost impossible to get that close.
That Adam Scott was just easing off the side of the green, kind of watching proceedings. Not too much in this one down the hill.
Perfect. Perfect.
There you go. Press on him.
I haven't said a word. It was you.
It's going to be me.
It was
Okay.
you and Mark.
All right.
I
Let's
did
see.
not say a word.
I like his chances. I'm on board here.
Me too.
I'm on board.
I think.
Good stuff from Jimmy Walker. To the 15th tee, here's Patrick Reed.
Iron play.
Well, that's just a baby pitching wedge on the way there for DJ. Left of the flag. Come back down that slope now.
Oh, it
Oh,
hurts.
the
Russell
fringe just
Knox
grabs
is
it.
going to give it a ride.
Well, tough day striking the ball for Russell. And that is a horrible leave.
Other side of the fairway
Scooted
also
up.
missing is Spieth.
Let's see if he can corner it over there on that left-hand side to get an angle.
Just barely over that cross
Almost
bunker.
see
the engravings. See if he can figure this one out.
That thing's carrying a bunch of speed, guys. Down the slope, because with the blade out of the fringe there, you got to make sure you get it enough, and you could overcook this one quite easily.
Yeah, but I think with this one, I think he really feels as though he can hone in on the line.
Not letting anybody wipe him out of their memories.
Pretty good lie right there, Brian. Not a hard shot.
Here was Spieth's third a moment ago.
Yeah, see, you try to brace in to the downslope. And that almost hit perfectly. Good birdie at 17, and now chance here at 18. Finish birdie. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Third now from 101.
Yeah, errant tee shot, had to lay up. See, I think this is the correct move. If you cannot get there, ooh, I thought that may come back towards the hole, but if you cannot get there, at least get it to a couple under par. When we saw him at 15, he was +1. In fact, he made a nice putt for par to stay at +1. And guess what? And now he's at -2.
There's nobody on tour authoring a better finish.
Down the hill, has to be a little cautious with the speed.
Yeah, Bill, down that hill and also down the green, and that one.
Chappell hit a 6-iron. When you see that, and then you see Rory McIlroy having to work this hard for par, you kind of, that's where he's kind of looking in that area right there.
That's right. You tempted to cut the corner, but you can't do it. And that's exactly where he hit it. Oof.
And that's unlucky. Hit. Same deal. This is where Adam is looking right there. Going with less than driver, which I think is a smart play, because all you need to do is get it propelling down these slopes. You're going to hit the second hill, the second tier. You're going to go all the way down to the bottom.
Trip so far down the 18th.
Yeah, see if he goes for that high cut.
Find some yardage. Find some.
I think, and keep it on the green. Yeah, I think you're playing for a third leave. Where do you leave it? Which gives you the best opportunity to get it up and down.
Yeah.
Pretty good leave.
Using that little entryway on the left, that was pretty smart to create that spin.
And he's completely dialed in now. Those eyes are tracking up and down this line.
Everything,
He's really getting a sense for this one.
everything working that direction.
Will he hit his apex?
Little chuckle with Cole and Jason, but back at the tee, Patrick Reed, tee shot. Trying to hit that big looper out there. And that may be a tough layup. It's much further left.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the spot he has to take it. That's exactly where he hit it.
Yeah, that would go right through the target. And will it hang on?
That's it.
Just barely through.
I'm just going to tell you, that's a joke. Okay.
Patrick Reed's third here, Mark.
Lie decent, and he has hoisted that way upstairs to try and use some elevation, and that could get a little assist from the slope. Indeed, there you are.
Colored grass. It means the grain going
going in that direction.
The only spots on the green, the old cups, and Patrick Reed's coin for the outright lead, and all he had to do was hit it.
Lines a line on the ball to the cup, and he's looking for this one to move a long way to the right.
Of course,
It's
with,
always
as
over-aimed.
difficult as it's playing right now.
Ooh, he's got this aimed outside the hole also. Okay, what a round for Dustin Johnson. Joins Hideki Matsuyama and Kevin Chappell in the lead at